Hello, hello. Oh, excuse me. Hello, hello. Oh, let's turn this down. There we go. That's better. How are we doing? Oh, all right, we are just going to continue here. All right, what happened last time? Oh, we did a lot of things last time, actually. We discovered multiple ports. Um, we hired some officers. Yeah, and I think we've got some quests we're doing. And also, oh, there's a couple of important things I absolutely forgot I needed to do. So we are gonna do that. In just a moment. Having a little technical difficulties. There we go. All right. Continue. I hope everyone's having a good New Year's Eve. Ah, yes, we are at the Inconceivable Circus. That's right. And what did we do here? Oh, not much. Oh, yes, it was escorting the short-sighted cryptozoologists. To the Hanged Man in Lustrum. Lustrum lies to the southwest of New Winchester. Ooh, I would like to do that, but Lustrum is usually on the very edge of the map where scary, dangerous things are. And I don't think we're quite up to that yet. So, what we're going to do now is head back to New Winchester because, oh God, that is loud. What is happening here? All right, is that's a little bit better, I think? Okay. I don't know what's happening with the sound there. There we go. We are going to go back to New Winchester because I completely forgot to unlock the bank, and the bank is extremely important, especially with an engine that only has so much cargo space. All right, off we go. The sky here is scarred by old battles. Wreckage crusts it like scabs. Oh, we got some tackities here. Nothing else seems to be going on. Oh, careful, tackities. They don't drive very well. Oh, goodness, hold on. I forgot to turn off pop-ups. There we go. Lights in the distance. A stoker begins to sing a ballad about the chimneys of New Winchester. I like how they give you flavor text to let you know when you're getting close to places. It's helpful. I'm going the wrong way. I was worried about that. I'll memorize the map eventually. We want to go around, basically going the same way we went when we started the game. We're just in much better shape this time. Oh, something's loading in. Not much activity out in the skies. I'm a little bit surprised. Usually there's marauders or cantankery, other things that we haven't actually encountered yet. We actually haven't encountered too many of those. Oh, and I think I have port reports to turn in. Ah, New Winchester. Oh, we're doing pretty good on terror, too. I need to figure out why everything is so loud. I, I can barely hear myself. There we go. To really turn that down. All right. Ah, here we go. The scrubbed clerk begs a moment of your time. I represent Halliges, the banking house. I promise this will take only a moment of your unquestionably valuable time. He produces a folded contract with a flourish. We hear promising things about you, Professor. Very promising indeed. From who? We would like to extend our services. We provide a secure solution for the storage of your assets, absolute discretion, and steadfastness unto death and beyond. We require only a signature. Sign your name. The offer is entirely complimentary, I assure you. At Halliges, we measure ourselves by the quality of our clientele. Now we have a bank, we can store things. I am certain that this represents the beginning of a long and warm relationship between ourselves and your lineage. May it endure! I bid you good day, Professor. So now we can access the bank in any hub port in any region, which this is the hub port for the region, it's New Winchester. So we can access our bank here, which is helpful. All right. What am I working with? How much money do I even have? 331. All right. And I don't even have anything to store. So we are going to go right on up and turn in port reports or report. I don't remember how many I have. Right up here to Victory Hall. The first time I played this, it took me forever to figure out where to turn in port reports. I kept thinking Victory Hall was somewhere in New Winchester. I didn't realize it was a separate port entirely. Where are my port reports? Ooh, I had two. Heck yeah, look at that. $531. We've gained two fortunes with attack at ease and two gratitude. Very nice. Don't think we're gonna bother with an otherworldly artifact. Not right now. That's all we need to do here. Chugga, chugga, chugga. Whee! we are. Right, first things first. We make sure we've got everything we need. There, 5 and 5 should be good. Oh, I keep doing that. Go. Ah, recruit the incognito princess. I love her. Perched atop a mountain of luggage is a radiant young woman. She's an officer dressed in what an actor would wear in a fantastical romance. A tiara rests on her brow. A steady stream of commoners come to pay homage, bowing and curtsying enthusiastically. Starlings circle in dense swarms above her. Refugees from old London are a common sight, although not in such numbers. She ignores everything and hands you papers so pristine that they can only be forged. And we can offer her a berth on our locomotive. She would certainly make an interesting addition to your crew. So get us a first officer. We'll increase our mirrors by 6, hearts by 2, and our Bohemia affiliation. Come on board, incognito princess who's so bad at being incognito. I am a humble first officer looking for, what's the word? When commoners do things for coins, she asks. Work, that's it. She beams at you, delighted, as innocent as a Gatling gun. As she steps aboard, a commoner calmly takes a spoon from his pocket and scoops out his eyes. After such radiance, all else is tawdry, he says between screams. It seems she's already forgotten about her signing on money. And now we have a first officer. Don't worry about the things that happened with the guy in the eyes. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, an opportunity. The fastidious inspector. Excuse me. Excuse me, Captain. A woman pushes through the crowds towards you. She is short and square-shouldered, in a neat black suit and polished shoes. She shows you the case of her pocket watch. It is embossed with the crown and hourglass of London's horological office, the body responsible for ensuring time is consistent across the empire. I'm hoping to book passage to Port Prosper, she says, slipping the watch away. I can, of course, pay. Well, of course. Pay sounds promising. Thank you. The locomotive I was on broke down following a boiler rupture. The chief engineer's fault, I suspect. A gentleman fonder of brandy than of diligence. Here, an initial sum to seal our bargain. Prosper lies to the northwest of New Winchester. Not that there is such a thing as north, south, east, or indeed west out here. Instead, London cartographers picked 4 of the brighter, more reliable stars visible from the Empress's new palace and named them north, east, south, and west. Londoners value familiarity. So, all right, she gave us $50, and the fastidious inspector has joined us. Right, and we have Mr. Menagerie is passing through New Winchester. A tatted poster by the station advertises the services of a Mr. Menagerie, purveyor of fine scouts. An accompanying picture displays a tall, cloaked figure, slightly stooped, clutching an array of adorable little beasts close to its long chest. We can visit Mr. Menagerie. A pile of cages looms out of the smog. You can buy scouts from Mr. Menagerie, but he will move on after your visit. Well, we don't need a scout, but we are going to talk to him to set some other things in motion. The cloaked figure looks up as you approach. Its garnet-hued eyes gleam from the darkness of its hood. Scouts, it rasps hopefully, its voice like a cleaver on a whetstone. We trade scouts for things and stories. It leans closer to you. We're leaving soon. Well, we won't be purchasing another scout today. We can't afford one. And really, we don't need one yet. So we're going to acquire nothing. Mr. Menagerie nods its head. We are moving elsewhere soon, but we will leave a note saying where we have gone. We will have more things to show and stories to tell. It turns away, humming an eerie tune to itself as it gathers up its things for the next leg of the journey. I need to take a drink after that. And And there, see, there's a note from Mr. Menagerie. The poster at the station has been torn down, and there is no sign of Mr. Menagerie itself. It should tell you where Mr. Menagerie was headed. To the Regent's Obelisk, which you have made into a gaudy amusement. Oh, we know where that is. That's the circus. All right. You know what? Yeah, let's hire on a few crew. Make sure we're at full capacity there. Oh, yep. 3 crew for 40 sovereigns. That is not bad. And we'll receive another opportunity to hire crew in 15 days. We'll probably need more crew in 15 days. Oh, yes, and that's telling me that I should look into equipment. That's what I've got already. Oh, all right. Let's take a look here. We have, all right, 1 small armament slot. Okay. Assume that's also small. And whoops. And then we've got, this is auxiliary. Yes. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Hmm. All right. Wherever there is a judgment, effectively a locomotive-mounted blunderbuss. The emanation fires a mauling spread of munitions and is best employed at close range. It has been described as a proper bugger to reload. Damage 24, range is 400, heat is 40. What's the heat on this guy? 30. All right, well, mining equipment is very good, but that costs a lot of my money. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do any upgrading just yet. Okay, yep, go away. All right, so we are gonna see about finding Port Prosper, which I believe she said, whoops, was aha, to the northwest. All right, well, head up towards the circus and then a little bit out that way. See what we find. All right, we're doing pretty good. We've got money, we've got full hull, we got lots of fuel and supplies, we've got officers, full crew, very little terror, no nightmares. We're in pretty good shape. Maybe we'll find something to fight along the way. Marauders would be great, because then I could take things from their ship and get even more money. Oh, excuse me. I'm going the right way, yes. Ooh, all right. Someone's probably going to pop out at me and try and kill me once I grab these, but that's okay. Oh, no, nothing did. And we got some free supplies. Not going to complain about that. A hush falls over your locomotive. One of your crew moves her cap in remembrance of those who died in this span of the sky. And then there's a circus. Ah, carnival folk, my sort of people, the vagabond grins. I don't remember where the dock is. Not here. That's all right. We just swoop round. Oh, no, I'm not going to attack you, even though that's the London engine. The princess glances at Palmers. I considered running away with them, but some refuse to bathe. All right, we're just gonna swing in and grab a port report. Let's never ever waste an opportunity to get a port report. There we go. Yeah, we can't even visit the circus right now. And, just gonna check the bazaar. No, they want unseasoned hours. I don't have any. All right, westward we go. But Prosper is also usually pretty on the far edge of the map. Oh, a stopped clock. The fastidious inspector approaches you in the galley. Captain, good day. I noticed your ship's clock had stopped. Perhaps you'd permit me to repair it? She has a little case of tools and a hopeful expression. Sure. We prefer things to be right more than twice a day. An opportunity for conversation. She gives a grateful flicker of a smile and sets to work. Soon she has the back off the clock and has spread tiny cogs across the galley table. Obscure horological tools gleam brassily among them. Everything has a place. I appreciate the opportunity to keep myself busy. Staring too long at the stars is harmful to the temperament. The fastidious inspector is attempting to fix your locomotive's clock. The fastidious inspector has a round face, brown eyes, and short dark hair. She gives the impression of being perpetually busy. Inquire about her work. What are the duties of an agent of the horological office? She sniffs. It is of fundamental importance that 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in one corner of the empire occurs at the same time as 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in the opposite corner. How is an empire to function if it can't agree what day it is? Unfortunately, the process is complicated by the fact that time is less reliable than it was. The hours trade has seen to that. Because hours are an actual physical thing in this universe. Sure, let's ask for news of London. The seat of the empire lies in far-off Albion, where a man-made sun burns in the sky. Another sun blazed there once, before her renewed majesty conquered it. London sits in her coat of smog. Courtiers squabble at the foot of the throne of hours, hoping to receive endowments of years. Meanwhile, hard-working civil servants labor to ensure everything runs as it should. Was there a touch of archness there? All is normal. I miss her, though. There is no city like London in all the skies. And Albion is very different from the Reach, much more civilized. The wide, wild frontier, a sunless domain, but impossibly verdant, with gargantuan vines, cathedral-sized bronze woods, and livid fungal archipelagos. It has an uncouth splendor, but I miss Albion, and the steady light of the clockwork sun. These sunless reaches are so misty and quiet. She pauses. But critical. The territories here are rich with raw hours, and enough vegetation grows on them to feed the whole of London, even if some of it is a dubious shape. Hey, veg is veg. Ask about the hours trade. You've heard the Empress awards her favorites with gifts of years to extend their lives. and that you can become rich mining for hours to satisfy London's hunger for them. Oh, ours have more uses than that. We use them to increase the efficiency of our work worlds, to speed journeys to distant regions, to resolve overcrowding in prisons. It does make my life more difficult when time knots and stretches like wood on the loom. More difficult, but more vital. Her Majesty seized a great trove of them when she assumed the throne of ours. And now even more have been found in the Reach. Miners dig them from the ground. She looks momentarily wistful. I hope someday to retire with a modest pension of years myself, to prolong the better part of my retirement. I mean, yeah, that doesn't sound too bad. Ask about the Winchester War. The Reach is torn by discontent between London loyalists and the more independent settlers. There are those who feel that London is a long way away and that they do a better job of governing themselves. The frontier attracts independent spirits. We call them tackities for the hobnail boots that are so practical out here. London, unsurprisingly, disagrees. The Windward Company earnestly represents Her Majesty's interest in the region, sometimes very earnestly indeed. The tackities call London loyalists stovepipes, for our hats, I suppose. She avoids looking at you. And you, Captain? Where do your sympathies lie? Hmm. Yeah, we stand with the tackities. These are new lands. Why should old rules or old masters hold sway? We are never free of the past, she says, her hand touching her pocket watch. Never. No, we're not going to hit on her. We're going to bid her a good evening. And to you, Captain. I think I shall make a cup of tea. All right, so we had a nice little chat with the lady we are taking to Port Prosper. Oh, there's the obelisk Mr. Menagerie was talking about. Nilsson's Point. And off we go into the unknown. We have to be careful because we do not want to hit the edge of the map. Bad things happen that we are in no way prepared for. Van Zessen Waste. Ooh, is this a homestead? Being cautious driver. Is that? No, it's slightly different from the one I crashed into. A homestead. Settlers who live so far beyond the edge of civilization relish the hardships of solitude. They will fiercely defend their small territories, but occasionally welcome company and trade. You set down beside a pockmarked homestead with a holey roof and cracked windows. Its inhabitants have struggled through a bad year and will find the next one worse. We could trade them some of our supplies. They're proud and insist on making a fair trade. We could leave swiftly, which I actually think we're going to do because I don't want to risk not having enough supplies when heading off into the unknown. So we're just gonna say bye. No one who lives in the wild is likely to welcome strangers, but our terror fell, so that's good. Oh boy. Also just chunks of land in the reach. Am I going the right way? Yeah. We might actually end up using our scout out here. Whoa. Oh, that goes down very far. I love the backdrop so much. It is beautiful. Fungus. All right. We might be going the right way. I forget what button sends my scout out. We're fine. We'll be fine. sure this is all fine. All right, where? Oops. Seriously, how do I use my spout? That doesn't tell me how I use it. Send scout. Oh, okay. No wonder I couldn't figure it out myself. Hmm. Oh, not what I was hoping for. All right, we'll go a little bit further. Oh, Sheila, careful, kitty. Your bat returns in a huff and spends 10 minutes complaining about what it found. Well, if you found me a port, maybe you wouldn't be complaining. Hmm. All right, once more, bat. Come on, find us a port. Find us a port. Your scout reports a successful. Okay, here we go. We want to head this way. Um, hmm. Ah, here we go. I'm very nervous about the edge of the map. Port Prosper, we made it. And now we dock. Oh, crammed at the feet of a hulking crag, Port Prosper is a little London, divided into an affluent West End and an impecunious East. Queen's Cross is a busy station, crowded with engines that have arrived through the nearby transit relay from Albion. Yeah, if we want to go to England space, we pass through here. All right, we are going to write a port report very first, thing we always do. Excuse me. Its narrow streets huddle in the shadow of a great crag. Banners display the stony features of her renewed majesty. Wealthy West Enders strut by, exchanging polite greetings and veiled gossip, while sooty East End workers file to the hour refining factories. Peeling posters promise fresh, wholesome lives in the reach to new arrivals. But most of the posters are years old. More newcomers arrive at Port Prosper than ever leave it. Very little happens on Port Prosper, but someone might take an interest. The factories continue to belch out smoke while over the bridge, hopeful crowds gather outside the Admiral Nelson. Lovers can be seen strolling arm in arm along the promenade, at a respectable distance from their chaperones. There was a brief protest outside the Windward Company factory, swiftly quelled. The scones at the Nelson were as good as ever, though the piquancy of the jam was less than might be desired. Right. And now we deliver the fastidious inspector. She disembarks with her bag in hand and peers up at a clock tower that is being raised above the station. Yep, accept the payment. We've talked to her. 6 spaces in our hold. We don't have that. Oh, well, I could probably sell some stuff. Oh, yeah, she rewarded us very nicely. Thank you, Captain. Here's the balance of our agreement and, as promised, a requisition order for fuel and supplies. She cast another glance at the incomplete clock tower. Given the apparent state of construction, I'd recommend you visit the worksite. There may be an opportunity there. So we gained 3 fuel, 3 supplies, 100 sovereigns, and 60 experience. All right. Oh, right. You can, excuse me, initiate this too. They plan to call it the Albert clock, in memory of the departed prince consort. But there's a way to go yet. The roof isn't finished, and the clock neither ticks nor bongs. You can see that the city's inspector up among the workings with a spanner and a can of oil, showing the workmen how it's done. And what does a foreman need? Perhaps we can secure it. Bronze wood, the foreman wheezes bluntly. One consignment. They sell it at Tracer's Wood and Palmer in plenties right here. And a gourd of chorister nectar, too. This bunch of work-shy ingrates eat constant shouting at. My voice is giving up the ghost. Some nectar should have me bellowing again like a champion. Carillion's your best bet there to turn near the flower town. We'll pay like. Alrighty, maybe we can help. But first, uh, selling. Yeah, I think I need to sell one of each. Terrible prices for it, but now I'm not overburdened. Of course, if they have good deals at the bazaar, I'm. Well, can't grab it. And I don't think I have anything for seeds anyway. So that's all right. All right. Boo, we don't go see him. Let's just explore Port Prosper. We can attend a parade. It is apparently the Feast of the Red Saint. That sounds fun. Gaudy banners fly over the painted rooftops of Port Prosper. The smog of the East End is hidden away by giant posters displaying dragons in varying degrees of vivisection. The cramped streets are clogged with people. Wealthy West Enders promenade about the amusements, while impoverished East Enders work the stalls and huddle by the chestnut fires for warmth. A painted dragon pursued by knights is chased through the crowds to a chorus of Ho, the riding! We could mingle with the West Enders, the hats, the crinoline, the starch that gleams on the mustaches. You're sure you'll fit right in. Mingle with the East Enders, lurking in the tents or manning the stalls in the side streets or scowling at the passing gentry. They seem more your level. Or we could mingle with everybody. And we're gonna mingle with the EastEnders. Oi! A wide-eyed EastEnder elbows his comrade somewhere under his jacket. Who's all this, then? The crowd gathers from out of the shadows. You are subjected to a number of looks that, if not quite filthy, are at least grubby. Eventually, the huddle disperses. The first EastEnder extends a thin hand, lined and worn. It's a good sign you want to talk to us. You spend the afternoon watching vaudeville players satirize the Red Saint and his dragon in an out-of-the-way tent, followed by a hearty supper of roast chestnuts and almost palatable ale down by the station. We are tolerated by the impoverished East Enders. Roast chestnuts burn on open fires. East Enders stoke the flames and tend to the charcoal burning. Well, we can offer transport to settlers. Explorers, adventurers, and pioneers gather here, freshly arrived from Albion, all awaiting transport further into the Reach. An opportunity. Transport a settler. Would-be pioneers clamor at the station, eager to make their fortunes amongst the stars. Let's hope they ask to go somewhere we know where to go. One way to Lustrum, thanking you kindly. By Jove, I think it's finally my time to see the real frontier. She rushes onto your vessel as soon as you finish shaking hands. Excellent, I'll stay out of your way then. You'll hardly even notice me. Any luck, you'll forget I'm even here. Okay, another for Lustrum. We probably should see about finding Lustrum soon. Where is it? Souls for prosper. Not ours. Where's my prospect? Oh, it's not prospects. Never mind. It was the cryptozoologist. All right, southwest of Winchester. Well, we're already northwest. We could do some exploring. We have a lot of supplies, hardly any terror, and a full hull. We can head down towards Magdalen and explore that portion of the map. Who knows what we'll find? Maybe something fun, maybe something terrifying, possibly both. The crew are nervous. An engineer mutters old superstitions. Hide your books, captains. Scribes, spinsters haunt these glades. Oh, then we are going not this way. Oh, we're not ready for scribes, spinsters. Scribes, spinsters are terrible. And they're one of those things I never quite got the knack of fighting properly. The timing, bad, bad. Okay, ooh, something brave. A forsaken structure, ruined by time. I have no assaying equipment, so I can't do anything with it. Not much open sky in the reach. All right, here we go. Everything's fine. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Hmm. Well, we'll check it out anyway. We can't take anything. Oh, and we couldn't get in there anyway, so I'm gonna leave the wreck untouched. Give the order and put the wreck behind you. The crew remain tense. Will that be their fate one unlucky day? Oh, and we gain 2 terror. I don't want to head into icy, snowy areas just yet. I still can't believe we haven't found anything to fight. I mean, I probably could have found scribe spinsters, but I don't want to fight those. We found the fallows. Oh, yeah, should. Oh, are you something that wants to fight? No, we are not fighting a glorious dreadnought. Hi, don't mind me. I'm just gonna pass you by. I am not engaging you in battle. I thought it was a marauder. All right, well, we'll pop into Magdalene's for the port report. Oh, yeah, there was this. Oh, let me dock first in case something terrible happens, like it did last time I tried to get involved in that fight. So we just dock. Then undock and see if we can take out. Whoop, careful, careful. Packages. Whoops, hey! Uh, oh, this guy has so much health. We are just all. Ah! All right, come on. He's got to be going down. He's got to be going down. Um, what is happening now? Now is not the time for this, crewman. Your navigator sidles up to you. Yeah, you've been keeping up with the dailies, Captain. No, because I'm in the middle of a dogfight. He unfurls a yellowing newspaper. Your passenger from Port Prosper has her face splashed across the front page, beneath an impressive and improbable list of charges. The Ministry of Public Decency is offering a hefty reward. Yeah, I'll ponder this. I'm very busy right now. Your passenger is a wanted fugitive. She does not know what you know. A quick change of course back to Port Prosper is entirely possible. Swift extradition for her, a well-deserved reward for you. Or you could continue on to her destination. Who knows? She may have reformed. You may be sympathetic. If she's on the run, she may be willing to pay handsomely for her transportation. Yeah, now is not the time. Yay! Ah, all right. The massive guns of the dreadnought have finally fallen silent. The hulk hangs in the firmament like a shed spider skin in a web, viewed from the vantage of the fly. Its sides are scored and open, its windows shattered. Smoke billows from its blind eyes. London will not see what transpires here. Right, we could raid the hold. The dreadnoughts are the bane of all smugglers. They surely keep the best of their finds to themselves. After all, wouldn't you? Check the navigation suite. May gain an unlicensed chart. I don't need one of those yet. Let's try raiding the hole, see if we get something cool. Ooh, what could it be? The box is gleaming, resinous, and heavy as a King Bill's coffin. Oh, bronzewood! Your engineer is beside herself. I took architecture classes back in Port Prosper. This stuff's hewn from trees thrice the size of an American redwood. They use dynamite to fell 'em. She pats the crate. And now it's a box. We have two bronzewood. Oh, okay, that's a really good find. Please stop shooting, guys. Why are you shooting each other? I'm not involved in this. I am not involved. We are gonna grab a port report and try not to crash. I immediately did. Can I repair here? Ooh, the keepsake. Oh, we don't. We can't. We can't. Don't have room. All right, we will write a port report, which is the same as it was last time. All right. Oh, how much bronze wood does the clock need? A delivery of bronze wood and chorister nectar. Okay, so they want bronze wood. I think they only want one. So, let's see, how far are we from? New Winchester. All right, we're gonna pop over there, stash one of those bronze woods in the bank. That's the wrong way. Keep the other on us. Turn in our port reports. Our money just keeps slowly going up, which is what we want. Because I do want to get nicer things for our locomotive, which I will constantly call a ship. It's basically a ship. It's functioning as one right now. Ooh, is this the one I already saw? Oh, no. Well, ooh, we can strip her for repairs. Heck yeah. Some of her plating is intact. Let's restore. Ooh, that restored a lot of health. We get 10 hull. Very nice. Oh! Ah, ah. Recover its weaponry. Ooh. Your crew return in one piece and bearing the spoils of your victory. Was a right devil to remove, Captain, says the lead engineer. Hope you make good use of it. A Marauder cannon launches chunks of jagged, superheated rock via a brutally basic mechanism. Simple, ruthless, effective. We now have one reclaimed Marauder mangonel. Oh no! Okay, yeah. I have plenty of fuel. We're going back to New Winchester. It's fine. Oh, what are you? Who are you? You look like, yep. Oh, this fight got off to like a really bad start, and now I am struggling. There we go. Yeah, it's fine. Board the defeated marauder, to the victor the spoils. Oh, the crew of the marauder lie dead in the corridor, killed not by your guns, but knives and small arms fire. The only survivor is the captain, locked in the brig with a bottle of brandy. Chalk eyes stare back from every wall. When he ran out of chalk, he began scraping them in with his fingernails. Little remains of them, but bloody stumps. Seen this before, Captain, says a crew member, grasping your arm. Sky madness. Magdalens can treat it, if you can be bothered to take the poor sword. Oh, let's bring the poor fellow on board. The high wilderness is cruel. This could easily be us one day. This will begin a short quest. Okay, we're not that far from Magdalens. The crew wrap the sky maddened captain in blankets, then secure them tightly with belts. It takes 4 to transport him safely to your locomotive. He might not be happy restrained, but it should keep him from harm until you get him to Magdalen's. Magdalen lies to the west. Are you interested? Yes, right behind us. The captain secured, you have a moment to see whether there's anything of worth on his locomotive before abandoning it to the wilderness. Ooh, we got a tale of terror. And we have a sky-madden captain on board. It's fine. Ooh, yep, gain hull. Your crew go to work eagerly, vaulting out into the bright tools at the ready. The stripping of the Marauder is slow and painful work. They are cobbled together of stolen parts. Finding suitable fits for your own engine is a process of trial and error. Many of your crew will have lost friends, family, lovers to the Marauders. It speeds the work. All right, so yeah, Magdalen's is right there. We may as well just take him right back. Maybe we'll treat our terror when we're there. It is kind of going up a little bit, and we're not going to get any terror reduction from docking at Magdalen's because we were just there. I I don't even remember if you get a reward for this, but it's the right thing to do. Oh, your food stores have been infected by the peacock wind. Uh-oh. No, no peacock wind. Terrible timing. 'Cause I have to go back that way. Oh dear. All right, but hey, we made it to Magdalen, so we can deliver the guy. Deliver the Sky Madden Captain. You rescued him from a defeated marauder. Here, he can get help. The nurses bring a stretcher to carry the Sky Madden Captain from your train, to receive the care of Magdalen's finest. At least, Magdalen's finest with a sense of charity, given that he has nothing on him to pay for demonstrations. All right, we have delivered him. We have a vision of the heavens. Our terror has fallen, and we've gained 100 experience. Very nice. So we did end up with, oh, the founder and master of ceremonies at Magdalen's. He has requested you by name. Oh, okay. Well, let's do this while we're here. An attendant escorts you through the dazzling violet corridors. The host's red door is always open. The attendant leaves you just as the clock begins to chime. The amenable host reclines on a couch of crushed velvet, the goblet of sparkling wine in his long fingers. Somewhere in the tower above him, the great clock ticks away. As a policy, the host's atrium is always open to guests. He is available to hear opinions, friendly criticism, and suggestions. Today he has a headache. Well, let's listen to his request. He beckons you close. His voice is soft and sibilant, like butter melting in candlelight. The guest has become rather too attached to a particular attendant. He always requests that the same attendant appear in the exact same guise. The imitable host's lip curls in distaste. He reiterates the aim of Magdalen's, a place of healing and respite. It was not meant to feed obsession or self-indulgent self-loathing. This guest brings sickness. I would have him purged. I have a dossier on our guest, if you're interested in helping. The imitable host would like to talk to you about a difficult case. Yeah, sure. The amenable host has requested help in removing a customer who is blurring the boundaries of healer and patient. Yeah, that's never good. We'll help. An acting challenge. The amenable host smiles indulgently. I'm so glad you want to help. He produces a thin sliver of pages and passes them to you. I'd recommend taking on the role of one of our attendants. That way, you'd be playing the role of someone significant to him. The amenable host sighs, reaching for his goblet. He knows all of our attendants by voice now. Someone new is needed. Okay. Deal with the lachrymose guest. He stands on the threshold of the treatment chambers, his hands trembling. The attendants on duty have been informed about your involvement. How do you plan to deal with him? A treatment chamber has been emptied for you, should you wish to adopt a guise from his past. Alternatively, he is standing right there. He does not seem to have noticed you, his eyes instead boring through the doors of the treatment rooms. We could approach this directly. We could disguise ourselves as his mother. She drove them apart once. An attendant will help you with the wig and makeup, another with the voice. We can disguise ourselves as his lover. The attendant normally on duty is more than happy to assist you. Anything, as long as it gets rid of him. All right, yeah, we'll go with lover. I don't want to pretend to be somebody's mom and yell at them. The attendant daubs your lips the correct shade and finishes coloring your eyes. He likes him to be jovial. He cannot bear him to be sad. This proves correct when the lachrymose guest appears. You weep, you lie, you wheedle. You are unhappy here doing this. By the end, you are both in tears. Neither of you will be returning again here as you are. Okay, well, we did it. So let's go talk to the host and let him know we took care of everything for him. For better or worse, he will not be returning to Magdalene's. The amenable host smiles beatifically. Of course, my staff will be pleased. It is a risk of our trade when our clients can no longer separate identity and illusion, but seldom pleasant. He sighs deeply, echoing around the chamber like a newly freed dove. It is a trap any of us could fall into. His face darkens briefly. Here, take this. He fishes around beneath his couch for one of his goblets. It'll fetch a pretty price. Take it with my thanks, and do visit us again. And we finished that little quest, and we gained 100 more sovereigns. We have 691 now. All righty. All right. Now we will go back to New Winchester. Yes, a lot of this game is going back and forth between places. Sometimes at least the journey is exciting. Maybe we'll find some more things to fight. And we are still doing pretty good on terror. Oh, the first time I played this, I had a real problem with managing my terror. I'm pretty sure I died to terror more than once. I killed so many captains in the Reach. It was bad. It was really bad. But now I have many, 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 many hours put into this game. Oh, yeah. Uh, Not ship. What have we got? Oh, Frost has locked the doors, but a pry bar makes an effective key. 52 is not great. Leave it untouched. Yeah, yeah, we'll get some terror. That's fine. A dead wreck, a coffin of steel and brass. Oh, really? Oh, we're just gonna run away. What are you following us seriously? Oh God! All right. Oh, there's two of them. Nope, nope, never mind. Bye. How far is New Winchester? All right, not too far. We're getting out of here. I'm not dealing with two marauders at once. The clamor of New Winchester can be heard on the wind, familiar as a disagreeable uncle. I love that line. I love the writing in this in general. And we drop off our port reports first and get even more money. We actually might be able to afford some kind of ship upgrade. Ooh, and we can mount our new weapon. I forgot about the weapon. Where's... Oh, I'm going right towards Victory Hall. Nice. Wispy condensation trails cross the sky, the ghosts of passing trains. Right, visit Victory Hall, deliver our port report. Oh, 300. I have three? Nice. We have $991, my friends. Ooh, and we can trade favor to affect the balance of power in the Reach. You've provided a great deal of information. Rather than repaying the debt, you'd rather the Tackities used it in the cause of independence. We sure do. The Indurate veteran leads you to her office. It is paneled with bronze wood. A painting from the old world hangs on one wall, a single sun burning in a bleak blue sky. Below the sun is a temple, tiered with brightly colored gods. The veteran pours you brandy, and you discuss distant ports and the patterns of recent events. Independence is a charming idea, she confesses after an hour. But when London comes, it'll take a nation to stand against her. Right, we've lost 5 fortune with the stovepipes. They are desperate. Gained 5 fortune with the Tackities. We're just struggling. Don't have any gratitude, that's all right. But we've gained 10 reputation with the Tackities. They're curious, and the Woodward Company is still tolerating us. All right. Let the Reach be free. And back to New Winchester. Right. Bank first. There we go. And then no. All right. Haha, now we have another weapon. And also that frees up some space in our hold. Is it a very good weapon? Not really, but it's ours. Does more damage than what we've got, though. Range is the same. Heat is terrible, but... All right, how are we doing with our ambition? Oh, we have 2 out of 7. And we have no sky stories because I traded them to get that vagabond. Right. 1 and 1. All right, let's check out Abraham's engineering. That goes in our auxiliary slot. Mining. Oh my goodness, I need to stop doing that. Mm. Mining does come in handy. And also anything that's in an auxiliary slot, you can just swap in and out at each port. Ooh, shielding might be nice. Oh, I don't think do I even have an armor slot? Oh, I do. Plating slot, bridge slot. Oh, I have more slots than I realized. What a really bad engine. Ooh. Hmm. Yeah, we're getting mining equipment. There we go. Haha. Look at that. Now we can drill things. All right. Ooh, and we should see about repairing our locomotive. Fully repair your hull. It won't cost much. 12 sovereigns. That's fine. All right, and we are going to take a little break. I'll be back in, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes. All righty, we are back. Excuse me. All right, back to the high wilderness. All right, we are going to, I guess, see about finding Lustrum because we have a passenger who wants to go there. And if you don't take passengers where they want to go in a timely fashion, well, they can, not pay you or worse. Yes, there is something worse than not being paid. So we will head down south and see what we find. And we got floor supplies, floor fuel. We're fine. And we're bound to find a port of some kind. Gabriel's archive. Okay, unfortunately, I'm going more to the east than I want to go. It's all right. Oh, it's always so hard to find Lustrum for some reason. It isn't even a me thing. I've watched so many playthroughs where other people really struggle to find Lustrum. I don't know what it is about this place. Right? Well, ooh, I think you're a Tackety. Yep. You can always kind of tell Tacketies by how they drive. Please don't crash into me. Ah, I know I'm not the best driver, but come on. Yeah, yeah, terror going up. Oh, okay. Misty, are we heading into icy regions? Because that is where Lustrum is. Fortunately, Lustrum also has scribe spinsters. I hate them, but we have little better weapons. Ooh, yeah, sure, we'll grab this. Probably a bad idea. Yep. Ooh, but we got munitions. Hmm. We're gonna use our new weapon. Ooh. Ah! Well, he is maddened. Oh, jeez. There we go. Here we're just gonna loop the hold. A distressingly odored barrel. No one is keen to get close. Let's see what's inside. The lid is gingerly removed. All breathe a sigh of relief when Coke is revealed, black and precious. The captain's truest friend. All right, fuel. Not bad, not bad. Wait, I'm going the wrong way again. All right. Into the cold. The sky closes in, cold jaws about you. Water freezes in the pipes. Engineers scurry to and fro with boiling kettles. A beautiful place, but not a fun one. All right. Well, we're heading southwest in search of the mother of mountains, who is somewhere here. All right, you know what? We are going to use our scout, who is most accurate if you just kind of sit there. Oh, okay. Something is happening. An argument breaks out between two crewmen. One owes the other money but cannot repay it. Unfortunately, the debt was sworn on the name of the burrower below, a roving god of the deep skies and a keeper of compacts. The burrower has a low opinion of oathbreakers. Your crew mutter darkly. They fear that this will bring them bad luck. We don't want to anger the burrower below. Mm, oh, and I don't have any sky stories. I'm sorry, Oathbreaker. I have to banish you for the safety of this entire engine. It's nothing personal. For now, you order him confined to quarters, as much for his own safety as for punishment. You'll leave him at the next station. His remaining friends are sullen, but most of the crew are glad to be rid of him. Oh, hey, look at it made our terror fall. And, we can afford to lose a crew member. Oh, and nothing to report. Awesome. That fills me with joy. All right, so we're gonna head a little more south then. Schwartz's Oath. All right, well, we're finding stuff. We're getting experience. I know this uses up supplies, but I don't want to risk the edge of the map. Oh, hey. All right, there are only two ports that could be, and one of them is Lustrum. Mother of mountains, where are you? Down here? Is this you? Stunted Grove. Uh, the incautious driver grimaces. Mother said illness is all in the mind. She'd fit right in here. Oh, are you kidding me? Have I found Caroline? I found Caroline. Not where I wanted to be, but it is a new port, so yay. All right, let's see what they've got at the bazaar. Barrel of unseasoned hours. I need those. Well, that's all the room in my hold, but I do need those for something. This peaceful Carmine institution was founded by devils from London and dedicated to the betterment of the soul. Botheridge's A Tour of Heaven describes it as a cross between a spa, a sanatorium, and purgatory. She commends its bracing airs. Nope, we can enter the foyer. Gray stone, the color of monastery, and we can write our port report. Attending devils and devilesses dressed in uniform, and an incoming parade of the sick, the friendless, the dying, and those who think their lives would be better if only they were something else. This is Carillon, where souls are refined into something more impressive. The penitents come here from all corners of the high wilderness. Someone will want to hear of their comings and goings. You take some notes on a pilgrim's journey through Carillon. The first port of call is the beehive-shaped office in the center, or more accurately, the long queue leading into it. From there, the infernal attendants direct them to one of Carillon's 7 gardens to undergo penances. They certainly look penitent by the time they emerge. Presumably their souls are much improved. Not that you can tell. We can speak to the presiding deviless. She is an artisan of souls. Perhaps she can do something with yours. Perhaps she'll just offer you advice. My soul's fine. We haven't even eaten anybody yet. We're fine. The presiding deviless works in an office shaped like a beehive, a stone and wickerwork building that stands all alone in the middle of Carillon's central courtyard. She conducts intake interviews with new patients one by one. After a long time in line, you reach her at last. Greetings, Professor. How may we stretch, strain, purify, and strengthen you? Now you've come to Carillon. Her apron is starched, her dress pinstriped. There is a stack of patient files on her desk, color-coded. The corners of her mouth say she knows something to your disadvantage. We can ask her about Carillon. She must be used to explaining, to newcomers and to those whose memories are attenuated by pain. And we do whatever is necessary to reclaim unsatisfactory souls, she says. She sits back in her chair, and you can imagine her making just such a pitch to the princes of hell. For humans primarily, though we do attend to a few other creatures elsewhere on the great chain. They come to us with souls that are stained, disused, in every kind of sordid condition, and we make them acceptable again. Most of those who come to us are volunteers. The rest are beyond the position of being able to volunteer, consigned to Carillon by their families or employers. We have met the presiding deviless. And after a stay at Carillon, what then? One should not enter if one does not know how to leave. I mean, that's sound advice for anywhere. She looks surprised. Most people go home again, she says. Some find that they are weary of their souls and pass them on to us. We operate on that slender profit and on what we can get from donations, or from sales of penance and forgiveness. She looks at the blank page before her. But what about you? You look sturdy enough to make full use of our services. Are you afraid of needles? What is your view of worms? Which do you fear more, venoms or poisons? She takes down a page or two on all your least favorite things. Ooh, we can listen to a proposal and gain access to the terraces of Carillon. Why not? We're here. She's prepared to offer us a deal. Listen, she says. You are free to make use of Carillon and take a penance or two. Alter your soul. I think you'll find our services very imaginative. There is another matter I hope you will look into. A devil in rose-colored gloves. He used to supervise the gaslight terrace. He was removed from that position, but I fear he may still not be entirely aligned with the objectives of Carillon. If you find out anything about him, anything to his disadvantage, she looks grim. Bring me the evidence, and I will reward you. Okie doke. All right. Well, that's all we can do here. Oh my. So let's return to the center of Carillon. There are other patients waiting to see the deviless. Come back if you have any other questions, says the deviless. She has already opened the next file on her desk. She's a busy lady. I like that her hair matches her building. It is also a beehive. All right. That seems to be all we can do here. Let's travel around Carillon. It's broken into terraces where most of the soul treatments take place. Soul treatments. Ah, the Gaslight Terrace. Dozens of newcomers walk in that direction. It must be a safe choice. And a penance of enlightenment can be gained here. Well, this is where the devil with the gloves used to be. So let's start here. In a flow of ordinary folk. Your companions are a lady in a buttoned cloak and a young male student. They talk amongst themselves about the seasonal warmth, and about how the yellowish glow of the lamps does not show blue silk to best effect. Their words are commonplace, their hands folded and gloved, their opinions supplied by a respectable gazette. You have almost forgotten them, even while you're still walking together. The path descends by shallow steps to a broad terrace, as crowded as an imperial exhibition. Busy place. Gaslight lampposts are scattered irregularly across the flagstone terrace. Between them are stations, each containing a patient receiving a treatment. The supervising devils tend these stations, stopping first here and then there, like bees at flowers. We could gain a penance of enlightenment, only not likely, that's not good odds. Vision, imagination, the ability to see beyond the nearest convention, that's what the devils are trying to evoke here. We can approach the spineless curate. He sits in stocks, attended on by a devilish orderly. At the nearest station, the curate has been shackled into an ordinary pillory. We'll meet the spineless curate. His eyes beseech you to visit him. You step closer. I've seen something. In this light, it's hard not to see things. A devilish orderly jabs the curate with a needle. At the sight of the jab, the curate's skin goes lavender. I'm being treated for not believing in God. I've tried everything. Prayer, fasting, long weekends with a professional saint. None of it worked. My sermons were suffering. The bishop complained. And has it helped? I have dreams of snakes and angels, he says. It hasn't made me a mystic. I don't think the devils are real either, just men with funny eyes, aren't they? The devilish orderly smiles, with extra teeth. The curate needs freeing. Well, the penance can be paid by someone other than himself. What does he need? A penance of enlightenment and a shift of perspective. An alternate currency, which 5 penance of enlightenment. Hmm, don't think I'll be helping him right yet. Uh, Try to enter the bell garden. The ascent is rocky. The sound of chimes is audible all the way down. Penance deprivation can be gained here. Oh, that sounds like fun. Turned back. You put your foot on the first step and a devil blocks you. Those who enter the bell garden must be in a proper state of hygiene, Professor, he says. Wouldn't want to make things worse for the poor sufferers. He washes his hands in the fountain. Stopping you must have been grubby work. Oh, all right then. Perhaps not. Stratton. No. We need more mirrors to do things here. Well, we can visit the checkerboard garden. It is reached by a flight of wrong-sized steps. The risers too steep and the flats too narrow. And shift of perspectives can be gained here. Not a long journey, but by the time you come out onto the plane of the checkerboard, your calves are hurting. The devils are playing tricolored chess with some of the penitents. White pieces, red pieces, pieces the color of a flourishing wind. Around the edges of the board sit the patients who have already been captured, or who were never part of the game to begin with. Oh wow, I have a really bad chance of getting a shift of perspective. Consider the rubbery man. He stands at the edge of the board, ignored by the players. What's a rubbery man doing up here? No one has dressed him for the chess game or let him enter the board. Poor rubbery man. Let's speak with him. He stands off to one side, tentacles squirming. He is surprised that you approach him. He moves to make room for you, in case you are merely trying to occupy his space. When you speak to him, he offers you a squishy handshake. By various signals, gestures, and directions of his eyes, he indicates that he has come here looking for his place in the world. Oh, ask the rubbery man about the devil with the rose-colored gloves, and then hope you can understand the answer. Yeah, we're not going to understand the answer. The rubbery man holds up one tentacle, representing the devil with the rose-colored gloves. Then he holds up another tentacle. After a moment, he twists the two together. Are the tentacles meant to be kissing? Is that what that is? When you look blank, the rubbery man repeats the pantomime several times. Perhaps the devil has a lover. Perhaps the devil loves the rubbery man. Perhaps the devil enjoys exotic forms of dance. Yeah, not terribly helpful. So we need to leave the rubbery man alone. Perhaps the game of chess is a better diversion. All right, and that's all we can do here. Well, our soul is not curdled. That's nice to know. We can return to the center of Carillon. You have done enough here. We certainly have. The White Queen is captured just as you go, but there's no time to look back at the match in progress. Visit the stunted grove. There's a lot to do in Carillon. At the center of Carillon, a half-height grove of blackthorn bushes, and a penance of ordeal can be gained here. Lots of different penances. There's no real gate, but not much of a wall either. There's only a low stone barrier, perhaps a foot tall, easy to step over. Yeah, oh, no, I shouldn't be going for any penances. We do not have good odds on those. Approach the professional penitent. She is seated on a stool, eating vast quantities of sorbet. She collects penance for other people. It's a slow process, but the quality is better than the indulgence penance one may buy from the presiding deviless. Let's talk to her. The penitent is seated on a stool, eating from an enormous barrel of violet sorbet. There's enough to supply a carnival. The penitent's lips are blue, her fingers are sticky. There are purple smears on her frock. Wasps are taking an interest in the side of her face. When you come over, she puts down her spoon long enough to greet you. I'm here on behalf of a viscountess who doesn't love her children. She is waiting back in London for me to deliver her penance. Pointedly, the supervising devil sets another long-handled spoon at her elbow. Ask the penitent about the devil with rose-colored glass gloves. He wanted to say glasses. Perhaps she knows something. She seems well acquainted with the place. She is a professional, after all. Oh, yes. She smiles reminiscently when you describe the devil in question. I know him, she says. I've been coming here a long time in my line of work. He used to be very highly placed, you know, and then the presiding deviless caught him pinching supplies from the storehouse and gave him a demotion. Now he performs a few of the lesser punishments, some lightweight pitchforking, a little work with a hot poker. But his heart isn't in it. Devils don't stick long at anything. Ah, poor devil. Maybe, you know, he shouldn't have been stealing. All right, so that's all we can do here. Leave the professional penitent and return to the center of Carillon. The wall is lower from this side. It's even easier to leave than to enter, because the ground is uneven. Oh, and visit the terrace of glass statues. The path is a mirrored labyrinth. Entry is forbidden to those who are not already afflicted with a flickering soul. You need a flickering soul. Oh, I have a flickering soul. Oh, this is where I should be. No one else on the passage to the terrace will admit that they know where they're going. What a curious figure, says an old man, pointing at his own reflection. Here's hoping there aren't any other clowns of that nature where we're going, eh? He jabs you in the rib with his elbow. Ooh, fail to see your reflection anywhere. The mirrors are at such odd angles after all. Regard your reflection with distaste. The mirror has it wrong. It's smoothed out your features, made you ordinary. Admire your reflection, which is handsomer than usual. Why have you never noticed the brilliance of your eyes? Oh, let's go with the positive one. You stumble over a woman in a bee costume and nearly miss the turning into the terrace. It's an absurd arrangement here. A person could wander the labyrinth all day without reaching their destination. A bee costume. Okay. Ooh, approach the grim penitent. Stand in front of one of the statues and it will melt into your pose. It will look into you in the eye. Its face will be your face, minus a few marks of character. It will still be transparent. Creepy. Approach the grim penitent. Got another one here. The man is slim and there are circles under his eyes. We're gonna meet a grim penitent. The man is slim and there are circles under his eyes. He shows no energy at all. He lifts his eyes when you seat yourself. It takes time to get him to speak. He finds the effort of conversation very hard going. For the first few exchanges, he confines himself to the weather at Carillon, but finally he tells you why he is here. Too many years I lived on the other side of a mirror, he says. So long that I forgot everything but that place and its ways, where is and is not change places. I took a companion and endured his not love. It took me a long time to recognize it for what it was. Oh, poor guy. I actually do feel bad for this one. All right, well, he doesn't seem to be able to help me, and I can't help him. So we're just going to leave this poor, exhausted guy alone and return to the center of Carillon. There are a few others leaving Carillon at the same time. A woman in an unrecognizable uniform walks beside you, looking rather depressed. I think most people here are depressed. No one really seems to be having a good time. And all right, I can't go to the other places because I don't have the right soul flaw. Right, and I have no room in my hold for anything. So that's it for now, I think, in Carillon. All right, we'll go a little to the west and try and loop up to Magdalene's and hope we hit Lustrum. What just happened? Oh, I leveled up. That always startles me. All right, let's take a facet. What have we got here? We've got an interlude in red and gold, a masterpiece, a scandal, August Avenues. Oh, and a narrow escape. I unlocked this because I had a narrow escape. Your engine was nearly destroyed, but you lived to fight another day. Oh, and Bancho is singing us the song of his people. I believe this particular number is Mother, there are javelina in the yard. Which is perfectly all right, Bancho. It's fine. Please stop barking at them. All right, so this gives us 5 hearts, 3 veils, and a vision of the heavens, plus a tale of terror. Or 5 hearts, 3 iron, 1 vision of the heavens, and 1 tale of terror. Oh, we are taking that. All right, what do we need most? Iron or veils? Hmm. All right. Well, have we learned to be cautious? Or has it emboldened us? Oh, Actually, no, we have learned to be cautious because right afterwards I was like, nope, I'm not going to investigate this thing. I'm not going to go near this thing. We're going to be careful. So I did learn caution, and so we have learned to be cautious. Death waits in the sky, kept at bay only by a few inches of plating and the fires in your engine. Nice. You have learned from your experience. All right. Once again, let's Try and find Lustrum. Well, at least we found Caroline. We will have port reports to deliver, so we'll make some more money. Mm, I'd send out the bat again, but I don't want to use the supplies. We do want to try and avoid starving to death in the high wilderness. You know, it's not fun for everybody, or anybody, really. The sky closes its cold jaws about you. We read that already. All right. Lustrum. We want to find Lustrum. Please be over here somewhere. We're getting snow. Hmm. 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 No, you are not at the edge of a mountain. Hmm. Tackety. Hello, friend Tackety. Can you point me towards Lustrum, friend? Ooh, there's something over here to investigate. Is that it? A solemn silence lies about these hollow, haughty ruins. No, because I got mining equipment, not assaying equipment. All right, Magdal isn't too far, so we're gonna give our bat a go. He doesn't take up too many supplies. Your scout complains about the cold. It found nothing. Thanks, bat. I wish I knew if it was further south or further west. Oh well. Oh, and I look like I'm coming out of the snow. All right, yeah, we're just gonna loop back up to Magdalene's, it looks like. Yeah, the odds of us finding Lustrum on the first attempt, very slim. But that's all right. We're actually getting a goodly amount of stuff done. We're still managing our terror very well. We haven't run out of a single thing yet. We still haven't died. I shouldn't have said that, probably. Haha, take that. Loot you? You know, we're gonna loot the hold. We have the cargo space, and our hull's actually in pretty good condition. An intriguingly bulging sack. How pleasingly it rattles. We now have two jumbles of undistinguished souls, which I need for something. A stoppered vial falls out of the sack. Another sufficient shaking. After sufficient shaking. A collection of gathered disappointments that someone might be willing to pay for. Okay, so buy fuel. The souls are more important. I don't even remember what I need them for. We'll check when we get to Magdalene's, which is right over here. Ah, here we go. Go up. It's fine. We're fine. All right, back to Magdalene's. Now, what was it I needed these for? Port Prosper. Oh, and I have Bronzewood for Port Prosper too. And those to go back to the circus, which, oh, I have the hours. Okay, so we're gonna make a little loop. Ooh, and we're gonna check the keepsake market, just in case. We have some money. Purchase an otherworldly artifact. No, because we can get those from Victory Hall. We don't need any crew. Ooh, let's while away the time with other captains and significantly reduce our terror. Magdalene's is a popular respite with most skyfarers in the Reach. There's always someone interesting to share a drink with in this house of comfort. The Blythe Bar in the reception is famously well stocked. Attendants are on hand to keep an eye on the clientele and ensure no one seeks treatment, well, too squiffy. You while away a few hours in the company of several windward defectors, a traveling magician, a pair of quarreling botanists, and one almost definite ministry spy, aided by the convivial delights of a bottle or three of starshine tinted brandy. That did greatly reduce our terror. All right. What do you have shops wise? Okay. Supplies. Looks like we go through fuel a little more quickly, so just to be sure. All right, enough. And now we're gonna make our way up to Port Prosper again. I think we're just gonna finish up this little delivery stuff and probably call it a night. It's been about 2 hours, and ooh, the auspicious Nelson, the detritus of yet another skirmish in the Winchester War. Stripper for repairs. And we're all healed up. And we're just gonna run from this guy. I don't feel like dealing with him. Oh, I really do like this part of the map. Off we go. I check my map a lot. I'm not good with directions. All right, yeah, we don't need hull. We have no space in our hold. We're just gonna leave that alone. It might be worth a wee look, driver, but no. I think that's just a dreadnought. A dreadnought won't bother us. What's this? A broken habitation long abandoned. I don't have a saying. So of course, everything I find is going to be the things I don't have the specific tool for. The bridge's clock chimes twice quickly. This close to the Isambard line. Time is devious. And we made it to Port Prosper. Which means we should be able to pick up another port report. Ah, I need to stop crashing into the sides when I dock. A new clock tower. Oh wait, how much of it do you need? You need a cord, a cord. Oh, I have to deliver everything at once. All right, never mind. Write a port report. Factories continue to belch out smoke. It's the same every time. Right. Ooh, attend the grand ball. No, thank you. Ha ha. I don't need verdant seeds for anything, and I need one more jumble of undistinguished souls. Mm, doo, doo. And I think that was all I needed to do here. All right, I may as well just finish up what I'm doing and take the hours to the circus and then head down to New Winchester to turn in my port reports. And then we will call it a night. And then I will go and eat delicious leftover Chinese food because that's the New Year's Eve tradition in this house. We get Chinese food. There's pretty much only one Chinese food place in town, but luckily it is really, really good. Back to the circus. Ooh, I wonder if we've been away from the circus long enough that we can buy more tickets and advance the storyline there. Not that we're going to do that tonight, but the circus is a fun storyline. I enjoy doing it. It's a little bit further than I thought it was. It'll be great when I can afford a faster ship. That's a bit of a ways off, though. Well, I can at least spin a little down here. Think about opening a little more of the map. But we haven't found any wonders or horrors yet either. And there's a couple of each in the reach. Oh, yes, I can hear the javelina right outside my window. Please don't destroy things, javelina, which I know is a very big ask for them. They're just inherently destructive creatures. Oh, I don't want to deal with you. I'm not worth it. Oh, hey, something I can use my mining equipment on. Oh, um, oh, hey, I'm on your side, Tackities. I won't fight you. The princess glances at Palmiers. I considered running away with them, but some refused to bathe. That's all she's got to say about this place. There it is, the circus. We will sell our hours. I think that's what these guys wanted. Ah, right. Wanted up to 5 barrels of unseasoned hours, delivered to the ringmaster, Palmier and Plenty's inconceivable circus, the Reach. A gentleman must prepare for his retirement, the ringmaster says. I intend mine to be long and indolent. You join him at the fire to drink cups of chorister nectar and watch the stars wheel. We gained a vision of the heavens, racking up the visions of the heavens. 150 experience. Oh, all right. Well, I will grab that because I need one, and I don't feel like fighting bees. Wait, did I get that? Oh yeah. Oh, I got two. All right. Well, that's fine. I can stash one in the bank. We don't want to travel with chorister nectar on us if we don't have to. It, uh, it can make some bad things happen. Granted, most things in this game can make bad things happen. Now we head on back down to New Winchester. And let's not hit that rock. Right, and I want to keep to this side. Yes. Slowly figuring out how to navigate all these narrow little sky channels. No, we're gonna leave it alone. We're gonna leave it alone. We're fine. We don't need anything. Pistos, hurry. What was Trapisco in such a hurry about? And then we go down. Yes. Yes, the barricade I got to blast through. Oh, I didn't get a port report from the circus, did I? Ah, well. Yeah, no, we're actually just passing through the dock because I do have port reports to turn in. So we will dock at Victory Hall. Okay, we're good. We did it! The Victory Hall, the report reports. Alright, two more gratitude. And, ooh, I can trade favor for a savage secret. It's time she told you a few things. Heck yes. She leans close before she speaks. Her voice is low and laden with tobacco. She shares what she knows of several motions that have not yet reached the assembly floor. Some would make changes to laws that it is helpful to know about in advance. And we have a savage secret now. And that's about all we can do here. So we undock, let it save, and that's going to be it for this evening. I hope everyone has a fantastic new year, and I hope that 2025 is kind to you. It's probably going to be better than 2024 at least. All right. Good night, or good morning, or good afternoon, whenever you're watching this, if you're watching this in the future on YouTube, to everybody, and I'll see you next time.